let me tell you the reason that nobody wants to talk about Chrystul Kiser, because they want to arbitrate the way that a minor is supposed to escape being sex trafficked, in a way that, like, when she kills him, she has to be like actively defending herself from getting raped or something. But if you know that you can't go anywhere, you're allowed to fucking creep up on a motherfucker when he's sleeping and put him out of fucking, kick him off the fucking world. You could do it. See, I don't want to fucking arbitrate how a minor managed to fucking escape. Then I gotta be nice to a suit. You have to be nice to a suit and tie and kiss his ass because, I mean, he must have some other shit going on, because the ones that don't want to talk about Chrystul Kiser is black women. They're the ones that don't want, because it might go bad. Oh, because she might turn out to have some mental issues or something like that. She's being sex trafficked. You're allowed to have a few mental issues if you're being sex trafficked. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if it turns out that she could have left or something and was psychological, but instead she wanted to do revenge. What about temporary insanity? You know what I mean? You're still young enough to where you can have a good defense in court and shit. You know? It's because she was molested or something, then nobody want to fucking deal with her. Nobody want to deal with it. And I'm, as an outsider looking in, look, I'm not a black woman, but I could tell you they're not the one. They're not touching it. They're just okay. Next, like, where are you gonna go? You ain't going nowhere. You'll be right back. Where do you think you're going in a hurry, in a rush? You can hear car keys jingling and shit. You'll be right back. You ain't going nowhere. You got to deal with that first. You don't got to be nice to nobody to arbitrate how a 17-year-old is supposed to evade her fucking captors if she snuck up on his ass when he was asleep. They don't want to establish the precedent because everybody's, not just black women, everybody's afraid to live in a world where minors can walk around in confidence that they won't be hunted down like dogs and killed in the streets. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, man. The skateboard dude in the Rittenhouse thing and shit, his fucking gun went off. He had a skateboard in his hand. You're talking about, can a skateboard be a deadly weapon? His fucking gun went off. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. You ain't finna tell me how a black thought or a conscious minded being is supposed to, you know what I'm saying, listen to somebody because they had more neuromelanin or some shit like that. Like, them is just words. You got on with the bullshit, and it's all science, and you can't tell. You don't even know who has the most melanin. You don't even know who it is. I could tell you who has more melanin than somebody that you even want to fuck with at all. Because you shouldn't have to have more melanin to not get raped and killed. So why you even need it? Since I'm starting to ask myself, why you even need the melanin? Oh, I'm not being fucked up when I go in comments, and I mean, if you're telling people that they gotta file all these proceedings and everything, and that they gotta go and march and shit because for Kyle Rittenhouse and shit like that. Now there's one person that always looks exactly like what everybody's doing wrong, who's not doing anything wrong. And then that person will be shunned on behalf of everything that the brother polites are doing. It's like Bobby Hemmett never asked anybody to sign papers and change their status or none of that shit. It was a strictly academic, and you can take it or leave it. And whether or not you want to dialogue with that, you have to first they did libation because you had to know what they were talking about and which aspects they were dealing with. But they were not telling you, okay, now you gotta go get these papers and everything. Like, what the fuck? And then he turns out to have a bunch of fucking slave women in a house. Like some managed to steal a bunch of people's money and buy a house in some suburbia or something like that. Chilling up there, like I think they be cloning us and shit. People are acting differently than you could expect because you knew. Because I met in person and fucking I know that's a different person. I seen Pharaoh Allah in person. He went to Oakland. And then I seen him on video and I'm like, that's not him. That's not the same guy. Even if it is the same, you know what I'm saying, it's not, like, it's different, okay? He was explaining some shit that very well likely could have just happened to him. It's not even like I think that there's anything necessarily anybody could have done and at some point. Like it's very, very words don't get you there. Words don't get you to a place. There are some opposites that'll blow your mind. How they're even being considered opposites, but there's no better word. You know, like the opposite of you know, like the opposite of faith is like anxious. You know what I mean? FOMO. The opposite of faith is facilitated by that terminally ill augmented mirror magic device, the cell phone, right? You know what I mean? I mean, it's science, right? I'm not saying that people should throw their cell phone away. Maybe you need it. Maybe you have a purpose with it. But I know you don't need to send somebody a link before you can go meet up with them about someplace you want to go chill outside. You know what I mean? Where it's a kudo, but the sickos are acting like you need to the typhoid, the fucking the people with the mask that want to resonate with the sicko vibration, whatever. It's like I'm saying, it's like if they're acting like everything is gonna go foul if you didn't drop them a link where you can go and chill and talk or something. It's just weird. I mean, they're trying to make a situation where it's like you're abusing them verbally or something. They're already charged up, and they're not even calling names. You know what I'm saying? They're acting like you're already yelling at them before you start yelling at them, as if it's not normal that you should start yelling at them. No, it's completely normal. And things don't just change and everything because we're living in new mystical new times. You can still get blasted. Verbally. You can still get BTFO'd. What? You think it's a lot of overconfidence. People are overconfident that they can change things that they're not either able to or even supposed to be able to change.